Hello! It's been a while since I've made a video. The last time I was making videos, I was doing the push-up challenge and I had a shoulder injury, so I could not continue. And now we find ourselves in this quarantine. Whee! Okay, so I'm hopefully the next 2 weeks I'm going to show you how to make something interesting every day. This is one of my staple meals that I like to make in the Instant Pot. It's a lentil dish, but it's kind of like lentil curry. It's just something that I use what I have on hand, and I use the spices that I feel like making that day. Sometimes I make it a curry, sometimes I make it more Italian style. When I say Italian style, I just mean oregano and cumin. I don't know. I just throw everything in. Okay, but today I'm going to show you how to make one of my favorite, easy to make. The lentils I use are Urad Dal, which is kind of like the yellow dal. Okay, so here are the items that I'm using to make the dal this evening. I'm going to use the Urad Dal, some diced tomatoes. I think I'm going to use the whole can. Sometimes I only use half a can. It just depends on how much I want. Let's see. I'm going to use a jalapeno, a serrano. I'm going to use half an onion today. I only have 2 onions, so I have to use them sparingly. And I'm going to use 1 clove of garlic and some little peppers and some crushed red peppers, and I'll use some salt and pepper to taste. And then also I have this Madras curry powder, but you can use whatever curry powder you'd like. This one has, let's see, this one actually has turmeric, coriander, salt, fennel, chili, black pepper, fenugreek, garlic, cumin, bay leaf, ginger, and cassia. So it adds a little bit extra flavor besides just curry powder. Okay, so I have all the items coarsely chopped. I have the peppers, onion, garlic. The lentils are all washed. So now I have my Instant Pot. At the Instant Pot, we'll hit saute. That's going to start it getting hot. Okay, so I'm gonna put the olive oil in. It's on sauteed, so I'm going to put some garlic in with the olive oil. Some garlic. Let that heat up for a minute. Might need a little bit extra olive oil. I didn't put enough in. Just a little bit. I don't put too much in. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna put the onions in, the garlic in my eye. Alright, the onions in. Ooh, they smell good. Trying to find the best angle. Okay. It does go for a minute. I'll try and chop them up a little bit more. The onions are hurting my eyes today. Okay, I need to get some water. Okay, let's throw this around. Usually just do it for a few minutes. Or sometimes what I'll do is let the onions saute a little bit while I chop up the peppers and then put the peppers in, but I'm kind of short on time today, so. Put the peppers in, and those going. This up. So I usually put 2 cups of water in, but when I add the tomatoes, it adds more liquid than if I'm not using canned tomatoes. So I might use a little bit less water, we'll just have to see. You just kind of want to cover everything once it's in there. And today I'm using 1 cup of the lentils that I showed you, or the Urad Dal, which I don't know. Okay, I'm just gonna call that good for, you can saute them as much as you want, but since I'm gonna pressure cook them for quite a while because I want the lentils to be a little bit softer, everything's gonna get cooked anyway. So just leave it on saute. Get my can of tomatoes. I'm gonna use the whole can today. And why I'm using canned tomatoes is because I found that that's the most economical way to buy tomatoes here, at least organic tomatoes. We were buying bags and bags and bags of organic tomatoes. I was eating them all, but when you weighed everything out, it ended up being a better deal to get the canned tomatoes. At least for the way I use them. I still get fresh tomatoes for just regular, with salads and everything. Okay, so I'm going to turn the saute off. I'm going to add in the lentils. So really, like I said, saute as much as you like. It doesn't really seem to make a difference if you are sauteing for a little bit, if you are going to add to the Instant Pot for quite a while. But if you aren't using the pressure cooker for a good amount of time, then you probably need to saute a little bit more. Okay, so I added the lentils, crushed peppers, Domino's. Hey, they give you a handful, you might as well take them and use them. I think that's probably one of the few things that you can get extra here. You can't really get any packets of other things. Okay, so add that. Do a cup of water. And it looks like I'm gonna need 2 cups of water. So let me get another cup. Okay, 2 cups of water, stir it around. Okay, and Madras lentil powder. And honestly, I use a lot, so I'll show you how much. A lot. More than a dab. I don't measure it. I tried measuring it and it never worked out the same every single time. It didn't work out. Okay, now we need salt and pepper. Okay, salt, pepper. I've been accused of not adding enough salt and pepper to items, and we figured out that 15 go-arounds of the pepper, let's see How many was that? Were you counting? I wasn't. Let's see, we'll do 2 more. There we go. 15 twists was about the right amount. Well, let's try it on this one. I'm gonna count with salt. Pepper, no problem, but salt, maybe a little bit. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Stir it up. It smells really good. Show you what it looks like. The color's not very attractive with the lighting, but here are all the items. Stir it around thoroughly. Make sure all the lentils are covered with water. And then you take your Instant Pot lid like this. Turn it on. Make sure the vent is closed. And I put mine on manual pressure for 29 minutes. And it will go. Pressure. I need high pressure, 29 minutes. And it will start in just a moment. Beep. Okay, so now we wait 29 minutes and I'll show you the result. The Instant Pot has natural release, and undo it. And there are the lentils. Let me scoop them out and then I'll see how they taste. Here are the lentils out of the Instant Pot. Made quite a bit. This is usually enough for at least, I guess say 5 or 6 servings. So. Okay, I'm going to give these a try. They have a bit of a kick with all that pepper. Whew. Pretty good. If you try this recipe, it's not exactly a recipe, but it's a guideline recipe. Let me know how yours turned out. What did you do different? What do you have on hand that I don't have on hand that I might be able to add next time? Hope you enjoy it and come back tomorrow for another exciting day of cooking. Okay, bye.